Holy shit. And I'm playing every Sunday. So I did test my 5 that the rate. Well, as long as I leave. I gotta build up hope. I get some. That's when the fuck with. And okay. Hey man. Level 2. Place. And that. Like fuck. After that. It doesn't really. But now. As long as I don't. That's what. Test.
Alright, how about now? Very low voice. Alright, so for some reason my microphone got dropped to 50%. I don't know why. It should be okay now. Sweet. Great. I don't know why it just auto defaulted to that. Doesn't make any sense. Alright. Dude, the Shikano's noises are just something. I wish I could afford the cars in this game. There's like half of the half of the cars in the game are behind a paywall. Also, the Zonda's kind of slow. Like, in comparison to my other circuit cars, they can like barely reach 400 in these roads, which is a bad thing. I should be driving faster through here. Although I did, if I'm not mistaken, I did buy every single car that I can without, you know, paying actual money in this game. So I am kind of proud and also kind of surprised at myself for doing that, because I got the game for free, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll just, you know, I'll play this for a little bit, and then I got hooked, and I'm really loving it. It's actually it's one of the rare like driving games that I keep coming back to and just have it installed on my PC for a very long time now. Don't know why. I mean, I do kind of know why, because the map is quite special, and the oops, okay, and the car variety is also quite exceptional. That's fine. Test Drive Unlimited. I tried playing that when I was a kid, but it might have been a not fully legal version. It didn't really work at all, so I unfortunately never got into Test Drive Unlimited. But I've heard great things about it, and I really like the setting. Oh god, please. Okay. So, I mean, Zonda's not too fast, but it's very stable and very precise with the steering. There's a couple of American circuit modded cars that I have, which are much faster, but they just slide around everywhere, and I'd lose. Oh, this keeps happening. And I just keep losing control of them. Like, even when doing like simple lane switches, which sucks. So I'd rather be slower but crash a bit less often than be a bit faster and just spin out all the time. Although, I mean, most of the circuit cars in this game are very tail happy. I love it when they just have an empty road and then two cars going side by side on a two-lane road. It's the best NPC placement ever. Just go fuck yourself. San Francisco Rush. What? Dude, that's like before I was fucking born. Holy crap. Yeah, this is it's very arcadey. At least in comparison to a lot of other games. But then again, I don't know, most of the really good, not so arcadey games are mostly for the consoles. So, I mean, I'm okay with this. Although I do like, I like Grid more than this as far as the driving goes. As far as the driving goes, I think Codemasters has an excellent grasp on how much arcadey is too arcadey. So they hit it just right, so it feels like you're in control, but just barely. Whereas in here, I think you have a bit too much control. Although I don't know. I mean, I'm a dude that plays racing games on keyboard, so I probably should be really happy with the arcadey stuff, because you can't really do throttle management and braking control well with the keyboard. I fully admit that. Yeah, set a course of. I've also like seen footage of it, and just it looks awesome. But the dude describing it is like, yeah, you have to like be braking at 70% here, and I'm just looking at my keyboard. Yeah, dude, it's like all or nothing for me. So I don't think that game would work well for me. Well, that's exactly why I like this game, because that's what I do. If I'm just bored or something and I need this is oh, fuck off. This is my perfect podcast listening game. I just love putting on a podcast and just driving around. Oh, come on. Yeah, the blue line is really annoying. I wish they would tape it to the ground, because this way it actually obscures a lot of the track, which is really annoying. I turned the blue line off for circuit races because I don't need it, and I don't really need it on this. This always happens here. And I don't really need it for this race in particular. Apart from on like a couple of spots where you really need to know where you're going, and the minimap down there does a very poor job of letting you know where you can do where you need to go. So let me see if I can turn it off. Oh, by the way, vehicle handling level is hardcore for me, so. Not that that really matters a lot. Yeah, don't think I can even turn it off at this point. Motherfucker. Because it's a perk that you have to take in order to get the line. It's really... Again, it's really cool for certain races where you have a lot of turns in cities. So it does a really good job of letting you know when you need to turn and in which street exactly. Because when you're going like 300 plus in a town and you need to take a specific turn left or right, it's really easy to make a wrong turn and then you're just boned. But yeah, when you're just going down a highway, you don't really need it. Plus, again, Codemasters did it so much better with the line just being completely flat on the ground. I think Need for Speed also has it taped to the ground in Shift. And in Pro Street, I think, also, but in very specific modes of the game. And also, I'm sorry that I can't really read chat all that much. It's kind of difficult to both drive and read it. For the same reason, yeah, see this here. If I didn't have that, I would have probably forgot to take a turn. Best interesting Hot Pursuit 2? Oof, that's a tough one. I love Hot Pursuit 2, but I'm also a I can't decide. Porsche's good. I loved playing it as a kid, but Porsche doesn't hold up, dude. Like, Porsche does not hold up. I tried playing it a couple of months ago, just for that, like, nostalgia effect, and it looks like absolute dog turd, whereas... oh, that was close. Whereas, Hot Pursuit 2 actually holds up pretty nicely. Like, you still see a lot of the models are you know? You just see a lot of 2D, very 2D models with no bumps or whatever you call them in the textures. It's like, oh god. But it still looks pretty good. And I did do a playthrough of Need for Speed Underground 1 on my laptop like 6 months ago. And I mean, it looks good, but it's really pixelated, at least for me, whereas Underground 2 looks really solid. And then Most Wanted also looks very pixely. God, I'm gonna total this car. The repair is gonna cost me a fortune. God, I love this song. So here's where the fuckery starts as far as the road goes. Because it's gonna put me on a very narrow highway from here up until I leave Florida. And if there's like two trucks side by side, I'm royally screwed. It also doesn't help that I'm gonna do this at daytime on a wet road, because it means that there's gonna be more cars on the road during daytime. Oh. And the NPCs are really good at catching up to you if you're not fast enough. Alright, here we go. And the red in the lines hides their take. Okay, so the weather just changed. This is good. I mean, rain's not good, but at least the sun's not shining in my eyes. I mean, the second one, I don't know why they didn't push it more. It's like I barely even heard it's coming out. Although, then again, I don't really focus on the PvP aspect of this game, so I really wouldn't know. Although I was surprised at how many people I saw while I was free roaming. Oh, dude, that's gonna be sweet if we can do that. If you'd like it, I can turn up the music and like talk less. Man, I sure would like some headlights here. Man, the line is perfectly hiding the cars in front of me. I gotta change the camera just so I can see in front of me. Whoa. Yeah, it is difficult. It's really difficult to see. And, like, see the other cars. I'm okay with how much visibility you get outside, like inside the cabin. Like, there's definitely cars that have a lot less visibility in this one. The PS4 servers are down, really? No. That sucks, dude. By the way, welcome to the chat. Nope. Shh. We're good, we're good. hate this fucking part. It's so annoying because there's so many cars around you that you can't really use a normal racing line because you have to keep adjusting so you wouldn't hit them. But if you go fast enough to actually use the line, then you can't really do changes like mid-turn. This is on PC and I'm playing with a keyboard. Man, the first time I was here and the line just disappeared and like did a 180, I was so confused. Come on, let's get back to the road. Hey, Green. I don't know, dude. Is there not a site that you can check it on? Or a forum or something? Like, I'm sure somebody somewhere posts if the servers are down. Try Reddit. God, I lost like 10 seconds. So one thing I really dislike about the game is that it doesn't check if your car's on the circuit. So a lot of times it is, I don't want to say encouraged, but it's really a lot faster if you just cut the circuit in certain places, and it really sucks because I hate when the game allows you to do that, especially on like real circuits versus with real. Yo, Mighty, thanks so much for the follow, buddy. Because if you're trying to do PvP on certain circuits, and everybody's just cutting everywhere, and it really sucks and it ruins the experience. I mean, you can see by my rank that I didn't really bother at all with the PvP, but just the races that I did were hell, especially if the collision was on. God, Havoc does not do collisions well. Chill with some CSGO? No, not today. Tomorrow, maybe. Today, I'm gonna do this for a little bit, test if I can see if I can stream 60 FPS. And then, I don't know. I initially wanted to do some challenge runs in Anomaly, but I also didn't want to stream Stalker while testing if the stream can run. Because I had to restart this stream once. I didn't think it was gonna work so well. Thought I was gonna have to like pause every 10 minutes to like alter some settings and shit. Alright, there we go. We made up those 10 seconds back. So I don't know, also really weird thing with the AI in this game. If they're close to you, they'll drive really quickly. Well, by really quickly I mean absolutely recklessly, which will in turn make them really fast. But if you have a big lead, they'll just stay there until you fuck up, and if you fuck up, then they'll go into like a hyper rubber band state. Well, they'll just make up insane amount of ground on you. But I mean, as long as you don't make mistakes and don't restart your car, you're fine. Oh, fuck off. Look how many vans in front of me. Whoops, I was looking at the map. Speaking of... Fuck you, game. Alright, I gotta turn here. Yeah. Oh, I couldn't turn while I was in the air. I didn't align myself well. Alright. Sorry. Hey, Sparky. Butter smooth. Ah, really? Nice. I was kind of scared it would have issues, but it would seem that it doesn't. Ah. Yeah, no, me neither. I have 70 dropped frames in the last 35 minutes. What the fuck was that? That was not my fault. Now I'm just not careful enough and annoyed. They'll start catching up to me soon. I mean, so the good thing is, in order for me to quote-unquote win, I just have to not be last. And since the fourth guy is 75 kilometers behind me, probably stuck somewhere, with their incredible pathing, like, it doesn't matter how much I fuck up, I'm not gonna lose, which is good. But I still hate, like, driving as shit as I am right now. God, I lost like 30 seconds. It's not slippery roads, it's bumpy roads. You'd be surprised how often I just have no control over the car. Because please, because all of my wheels have to be like firmly on the ground in order for me to do anything. I mean, it makes sense, but it doesn't really translate well to when you're seeing the car drive. But whenever there's even a slight bump, I just don't have any control over it. Or whenever I'm cresting a hill, I also have no control over the vehicle. Like that little bump there, that could have... So that kind of stuff is annoying, but it's not the worst. As far as slippery roads go, I'm generally fine as long as I'm not on the throttle while I'm turning. I'm fine. If I try to do like really quick lane changes on a slippery road while doing full throttle, I will just like oversteer into everything, but this is fine. This game is just phenomenal. That dude's gonna fucking catch up to me. I have no idea where this guy is. I see nothing. The car just decided to do that. That's fine. Yeah, I'll catch up to 4th. I'll lap him on a 1-lap race. Don't even want to know how. I also have no idea how he ended up this far north. Alright, well. Oh, here comes this part. Welcome to Tokyo Drift. By that I mean Seattle Drift. So, circuit cars have no traction on these surfaces, so I'm sliding all the time. You can see I'm never really going straight. Especially with my on-off throttle. Okay, we're good. Alright, so I should be fine until I reach San Francisco. And then there's that really slow, windy road between San Francisco and LA that the AI is really good on because it just grinds the walls and does really shitty like damage boosts off of walls. That's how they drive. I don't want to do that though. So I'll be a little bit slower, but at least I'll drive fine. Or wait, was that Seattle or was that... No. No, that wasn't Seattle. Seattle's up ahead. Where the fuck was I then? Was that Minnesota? I'm not good with geography. Whatever. Because that's LA up ahead. I have no idea where I was. Which begs the question, where the fuck is 4th place? Because I understand it even less now. Yeah, I should make up a bit of time here, because I can just drive at full speed. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, this is scary. And brake. And behind him. That was actually good. I usually fuck that up. Now, I touched him and I lost. Whew. Yeah, I should be able to, like, sustain 400 throughout this next period, unless I hit any poles and shit. I can accelerate with a full boost up to 411, but then it naturally goes down to 398 over time. I'm gonna conserve my boost because I'm gonna be going uphill from here on out. Yeah, I know you start off from LA and you go by the southmost road highway all the way to Miami and then up to, I want to say, New York, and then from New York you head to Las Vegas, but I don't know what you go through in between New York and Las Vegas. And then from Las Vegas, I don't know, maybe you go through Seattle and then just along the west coast all the way to LA through San Francisco. Or you could just follow this road to San Francisco without going all the way to Seattle. I know you make like a full... Fuck. Okay. Chicago, Colorado. Alright, cool. Yeah, because I know you don't go all the way north. Because you only like touch the snow for that one town, and all of north is just snow all the time, which honestly I'm grateful that you're not going there in this car. Oh, this is... Okay. I like that you can see the city in the distance. You can see SF from here through the trees on my left. In like certain spots. It's kind of cool. Alright, let's not talk about how this car can manage to make a full like round trip across the United States on one set of tires going 400 kilometers an hour non-stop and with one gas tank. Dude, imagine if cars were that efficient in real life. Fuck, I don't think I would ever get out of mine. Hey, one day. Nah, dude, the tires should have disintegrated a long time ago. I don't know, probably Sparky knows, because I mean, he is the tire expert. How much, how much they can last at that speed. I think somebody, like, I mean, somebody, of course, did the calculation for the Veyron when it did its, run. I know the tires can only last like a couple of minutes at those speeds, and were specifically built for that car to be able to do that. That's a nice joke. The car did that. That was not me. It's the last person. Dude, I wish I could go back to my 20 kilos less me when I was in really good condition. Fuck, that was so much fun. Fucking hour-long sessions. But never mind. Fuck, I'm reading the chat now too much. I gotta focus on this part at least. Yeah, just turn into me, that's fine. I wish the side information showed a bit more important information, like how far behind they are, instead of like which level their car is. I do not give a shit about that. I wish I could do a normal line through here. Oh, too much beans. So I was at minute 47 before I came onto this road. I should be at around 1 minute now. Like I'd gain a lot of time while they're in here, but I'm now driving considerably slower than they are on their road, so they're making up so much time in comparison to me. Fuck you. Oh, that's the worst place it could have been. Oh, that was sweet, and now no control. Glad I didn't hit him. Going on the inside. Alright, that's good. That's actually not too bad. I like the Zonda, you can really push it into corners without being afraid of it spinning out. Alright, let's just eat a dick. Hey, there we go. Under an hour. Whew. Fuck yeah, that was good. That was good. My like my fingers hurt a little bit, but that's cool. It's 40,000 plus 160. That's 200,000.